Hi there, I'm Kathryn from McIver's Grant Public Library in Dyersburg, Tennessee. So, of course, life these days is looking a little different due to COVID-19, but we still have been getting in lots and lots of wonderful titles, especially for our young patrons. And so we want to make sure that none of them are overlooked. We're doing a few highlights. Here are 5 titles that I absolutely love. The first one is called Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, based, of course, on the famous book by Lewis Carroll. These illustrations by Carly Gledhill are wonderfully complex and detailed, and they make for a great counterpoint to that simplistic structure. Lots of wonderful opportunities to ask your young reader about what's going on in the images. The next and very interactive title is called The Button Book, by Sally Nichols and Bethany Wolven. This one follows characters as they run across a series of buttons and discover what happens when they press them. My favorite is probably the pink one. So again, a really fun book and an opportunity to really be interactive with your young reader. Now, there's reasons why books have taken on the shape that they have over hundreds of years, but this unusual shaped book by James Yang called Stop Bot is a wonderful platform for an unusual plot line, and the author/illustrator has a lot of fun with what's going on in here. There's a funny little surprise at the end. I won't ruin it for you, but you should definitely check it out for yourself. By Jennifer Byrne and Becca Statlander, we have On Wings of Words. This is a book that talks about the life and works of Emily Dickinson. Of course, Emily Dickinson's poetry is incredibly nuanced and layered and very, very rich with meaning. So this is a wonderful way to introduce young readers to that process of understanding her work. Wonderfully light, watery, airy illustrations, I think, are a perfect counterpoint to her work. And then I've saved my favorite for last. This is Ruth Objects, The Life of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's written by Doreen Rappaport and Eric Velasquez, who did these incredible illustrations. They are just so rich and so gorgeous. I absolutely love them. The quotations from Ruth Bader Ginsburg throughout are very effectively used. Of course, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is one of the most important and influential figures within lawmaking, legislation, the Supreme Court, and her work towards equalizing rights and opportunities for women in America has been monumental and life-changing for many women. Probably, I would say my favorite illustration comes from when she's being sworn into the Supreme Court after being nominated. Oh, let me see if I can get it. By then President Bill Clinton. I'm going to find it. There we are. Yes, because it has on here one of my favorite quotes by her. I pray that I may be all that my mother would have been, had she lived in an age where women could aspire and achieve, and daughters are as cherished as much as sons. Absolutely beautiful stuff here. Especially these days in the midst of protests and Black Lives Matter movement. I'm sure you have young ones at home with lots of questions about what they see on the news. It's wonderful, of course, to talk about the work that we have ahead of us to do, but it's also very refreshing to look at the work some of our American heroes like Ruth Bader Ginsburg have done. So these titles are available for checkout. You can check our catalog to hold them. You can come in and request them at the front desk. We're still offering curbside service as well, of course. And we hope to see you soon.